Right, I've had these 2 weeks off work and I've had some great days out, some great days walking, exploring, a couple of days paragliding, cloud-based cruising along just below the clouds was beautiful. I don't normally do a paragliding video unless I've got a mission across country, flying from one location to another location, or if I've got a hike and fly speed flying mission. Today, after what I saw on social media last night, I'm walking up to the local caves, Caverns, and on social media there appeared some photos of what's been going on. I've parked up the other end of the track this time. It's a bit of a longer drive, but the walk is a little bit shorter. But it's still a lovely day out, a lovely walk. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Billy and Jill over there. Caverns are in the woods over there. And there is rain approaching over there. You can see the rain over Liverpool over there. So I thought I'd come out early before it starts raining. Now, my previous Caverns video, that's been viewed over 2,200 times now, which is extraordinary. I normally get between 50 and 200 views on a paragliding video from within the free flying community. It was only last year I thought I'd do some hidden history videos based on similar videos that I'd seen around Manchester and Wigan. I thought there's nobody doing that around St Helens, and St Helens has got so much hidden history, it's extraordinary. So we're on the track to the caverns here. They are on private property, but in previous years the landowner who lives in this house here, he's not really been that bothered about people visiting the caverns. The sort of unwritten agreement is as long as you don't hurt yourself. Look at that, there's a cat watching. There's a cat in the bushes there, look at it. Look at it. So we take the path down here to the caverns. This side is the old Rainford Quarry. Down here, very old, very atmospheric. But each time I come down here, there seems to be litter, and there seems to be these aluminium tubes where chavs and scallies are sniffing laughing gas to get high. I mean, people do this just because they've not got any hobbies. That's the only reason they do it. They've not got any hobbies. So we're in the Delph now, and really the landowner can do whatever he wants with them. So let's just have a look what's going on, shall we? And here we have it. Rain's here. A digger's been down here. Now, I don't know if that's the complete job or if that is halfway finished. We'll put it that way. That, as it is, that's not going to stop anyone coming in. There's no litter. But if that carries on, that might sadly be the end of Caverns. Known in the trade as backfill. Right, let's have a look. I've got my torch with me. Now this is early days, so I don't know if this is complete or this is halfway finished. This one's still open. And the unexplained voice, which I recorded as I was going into here, I've still got no idea. There were two lads in the woods, or just round the corner there, having a smoke when I got there. They disappeared. walked down the other way. I walked in here, didn't hear anything. When I got back to editing the video, there was that weird voice on it, and there was guaranteed nobody else in the caves. I mean, I'm not interested in sort of, well, I'm not that interested in the paranormal thing. I'm not interested in paranormal YouTube videos and most haunted stuff on the TV. I think it's just a bit weird, you know. But you know, there is more things unknown in the universe that are dreamt of in your reality or something, is what Shakespeare said. You know, there's more things that have been undiscovered by science. Right. Or it might have been those lads come back and messing about and shouting something through the caves. I've absolutely no idea. No idea it was. I'm tempted to think, well, it could be anything. But there wasn't anybody else in the caves. Right, let's have a look at Mousehole, see what damage has been done. This one is still open. Well, it'll be impossible to get a digger in here unless they completely flatten the place. So to fill that one in will be difficult, and the old link up. That's new. This has been filled in. This is right. Elephant Cave is still here. I mean, it's going to take a lot to fill that in. I can't see him doing that. It's still there, but as you can see, it's slowly getting filled in. Not going down there today. Right, we're at the back of the Elephant Cave, and there's this. Now, is that people digging, or is that a sinkhole? I can see why they're getting filled in. I can see both sides of the argument, don't get me wrong. The landowner obviously doesn't want people coming down here littering, taking drugs, because the caverns do attract the wrong type of people, as well as the right type of people like me. He doesn't want to be liable for any mishaps that might happen down here, which unfortunately, with this world of ambulance chasing lawyers and couch potato culture, is the way the world is going. Look at them, they're here. These things, those aluminium canisters, people, you know, chavs sniffing laughing gas. One of those falls down and has an accident. You know, they've only got themselves to blame. You know, the landowner shouldn't be responsible for that. Look at that bit of railway down there. Look at that rail track. Or something. So, the way the world is going with couch potato culture, stay indoors, watch television, adventure is dangerous. I mean, all danger is relative. You know, you take the necessary precautions, take the equipment, the risk is eliminated. With adventure comes responsibility. But there are people out there that don't seem to have any responsibility or any common sense whatsoever. There are safe ways of doing potentially dangerous things. That's how risk can be assessed, risk managed, and risk minimised. It goes for all things in life. Look at that up there. Didn't know that was a bit of a hole up there. Oh, didn't see that before. But if they do get backfilled, that'll be 300 years of local history gone. It's a well-known set of caves, and people come from all over the country to see them. I mean, their reputation is probably worse than their bite. There's all sorts of scary stories, which are old wives' tales. It's a beautiful place, this, with a lot of history, and that's what I'm interested in. I mean, we can still get down this one, but I'm guessing this will be the next one to go. thought that was a mouse. It's a little. It is a mouse. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I'll be able to do this, because I live just down the road from here. These are my local caves, and it's a fascinating place on your doorstep. That's been backfilled there, so there'll be a tunnel there that goes Lord knows where. And there is, as with all caves and old mines, there has been collapses here, but that's inevitable. You know, look at that, cracks in the ceiling. So I can see both sides of the argument. That ceiling goes. The one place I don't want to be is here. And whilst I'm here, let's find it. There's something weird. There seems to be worn rope marks here on that, and there is a collapsed tunnel up there. So that rope marks might have been from a winch going up there, lifting buckets of the sandstone out. There we go, a little bit of hidden history for you there. That's what I'm interested in, things like that. I'm not interested in ghosts and ghoulies and cannibals, made up stories, but there we go. Right, let's get round the other side. Let's hope this isn't the last time I visit Caverns. Now there's nobody else here. I'm going to go home and I'm going to check the audio very carefully again. Right. Said down there, round and out. I mean, the trouble is the cave attracts people who graffiti the place, they litter the place. And if there wasn't so much, I mean, what's that? You know, why? I mean, there's tunnels back here that have been collapsed, deliberately dynamited, going back into the hillside, going down. I mean, they might have once linked up to other mines in the area, but I can pretty much guarantee there's no tunnels up to Manchester, there's no tunnels up to Liverpool, there's no tunnels up to the Stork Hotel in Billinge, which is uphill over that way, to dig a tunnel down and then go uphill. There we go, somebody walking a dog there, and she was saying that they tried to block them off a couple of months ago, or they might have started a couple of months ago. So she said there were so many people coming down here during lockdown. You know, look at that, that's probably why. That the landowners just got fed up with people disrespecting the place. Right, so we'll get up, walk round tops, then get off home. Said in the previous video, it's the remains of Rainford Quarry, which was quarried in the 1700s. When the quarrymen ran out of room here to get sandstone out, they followed the seam of stone down there underground. Right, we're at the end of the path going into the delve. This is the public footpath here, and what there is, it's very overgrown. There's two sinkholes here. I'm not getting too close. That's a sinkhole. You come here in autumn, you can get down in that. That's a great big hollow where the land beneath, where the mines underneath has collapsed. There's another one here very overgrown, you can't see it very well. There's a sinkhole in all that, there's all nettles. Right, you go to the main road down there, which is where the bulldozers are obviously coming from. So we'll walk around. I mean, it's a beautiful place. You know, it's nature and history. I mean, people talk about it. It gives them an eerie feeling or bad vibes. I don't understand why people think like that. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It's nature. It's history. And when nature and history are taken away, you know, what have you got? No footpath. I see. Yes, she was saying people have been cutting across the fields here as well. So the farmer's obviously not happy about that. Footpath goes down here. There we go, great big hole in the ground. All laid out there, look at that. I guess the quarry will always be here, the stories will be always here, the history will always be here, but caves it's an experience. I mean, people have been coming down here for, I mean, I moved here 20 years ago. Dog walker over there said she'd been coming down here for the past 40 years when they were kids. So if people come visiting places like this, you know, don't drop litter. Don't go sniffing canisters of laughing gas. Treat the places with respect and they won't get closed down and blocked up. But people today, they seem to lack a sense of adventure. They rather sit on their sofas, in the relative safety of their sofas, getting fat and lazy, than come out and see things at first hand. Experience them for themselves. It teaches you to enjoy adventure responsibly, teaches you life skills, personal responsibility, decision making, things like that. You learn that at first hand by coming out, living life and experiencing things. Right, so we've done a full circle walk. There's rain on the horizon over there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get back, and I've not had my hair cut since just before this lockdown thing. So I'm going to find a barber's and I'm going to get my hair cut.